Okay, so whatever we learned in the previous class, was that clear, or there are some open-ended questions still? I think there were some open questions. We will quickly talk about them, and then we'll go to the topic for today. So there were questions around the assignment that are given to you guys. Let me quickly spend few minutes to go through those questions. First question was, the tax paid on money you earn from working is called. Yep. Income tax. Say it loud so that everybody can hear it. So tax paid on the income. Tax paid on the money that you earn from working is called income tax. Tax you pay on income is called income tax. Similarly, if you are selling something and then you have to pay some tax, that will be called sales tax. Yep. Likewise, you would have seen something called entertainment tax. You would have seen something called service tax. Okay? Yes, Arav.
You were talking about income tax. What is income and job, or do they still have to pay income tax?
A little louder for me.
So when you say that income tax comes when someone has like an employee or like they have a job, what if someone doesn't have a job?
Your question answers itself. If you have income, you have income tax. If you don't have income, what tax that will be? There is no tax, right? So that's why there are different tax slabs set by government. Say, okay, if somebody is making this much money, then this much tax. Less money, less tax. No money, no tax. Look, Gayatri. So I have not started teaching yet. I'm just going through the questions from the assignment last week just to make sure that everybody is clear. Now there is another question that says, the next question was, total amount of money an employee is paid for working before taxes is called what? Gross income. Yep. So gross income or gross income. Okay. Somebody who gets too little a salary, what is that called? What is that? There is a dad joke for that. That's what I was coming to. Let me close the garage door so that no. Myra, can you close the garage door? Okay. So I see somebody called Bharat Alluri. Is that you, Adya? Or is that Sanvi? Nihan, okay. Make sure that you keep your videos on so that way it's easy for me to relate. At least I remember your faces. Okay? Alright. So, the question I was asking, that was a very stupid question. I should not have asked. Yeah.
Can you explain like what gross income is like?
Gross, okay. So now, let's say, when the question is what is gross income? Now, let's say, every time I get my paycheck, okay, it says your total salary, your gross income. I'm not disclosing my salary, I'm just giving an example, okay? So don't laugh at me if it looks too less, don't get surprised if it looks a lot more. Every time I get my salary, it says your gross income is $10,000. Your tax, again it has federal tax, state tax, whatnot, all put together is, let's say, $2,000. Then your net salary after tax is $8,000. So this is what gets credited to my bank. So in my salary statement says your gross income is $10,000, tax which has multiple components to it, altogether is $2,000. Your net salary after tax is $8,000. So this is what goes into my account, but I can still claim that this is my salary, this is my gross income. Yes, Sammy. Myra here. If you keep talking in between, you'll not know what I'm trying to explain here. Yes, Sammy.
Sir, so the taxes you pay once a year, are they income tax?
These are income tax. So these are all the taxes that you pay on income. Your salary is nothing but your income.
Yeah.
And you pay taxes on that. And taxes have multiple parts to it. There's some tax that goes to the federal government, some goes to the state government, some goes for other things. All social security tax, what not? Everything together is called tax. Okay? So this is a gross income is the salary that company offers you. Okay? Let's say my employer offered me 10,000, and I have to pay $2,000 as tax. My net salary after tax is $8,000. This is what goes into my bank account. Tomorrow, if the government changes the plan, no, I will take $3,000 as tax. What happens is my employer has not changed the salary. I am paying more taxes. My take home or the money that comes to my bank account is reduced. So your gross income is what is your commitment from the employer. Tax is what you pay to the government. And this is the money that you can use for buying potatoes, tomatoes, chilies, onions, everything. Milk, diapers, everything. Yeah? Yadichita.
So your income is like more. Your tax is also going to be like. Is it also going to if your income is like more?
Yeah. If your income is more, your taxes will be more. So this is how it works. Okay. What government says that $0 to $1,000, no taxes. Okay. Government puts different slabs. $0 to $1,000, if you are making anything between $0 to $1,000 per month, that is too little of money, right? I mean, difficult for people to survive. So no taxes. Government says, okay, don't worry about taxes. You're fine. $1,001 to $2,000, 1% tax. This is still less money, but you have to pay 1% tax. So 1% of this range. So first 1,000 is free. For next 1,000, 1%, which will be like $10. Okay. Yeah, $10. Then 2,001 to let's say $3,000. Let's say 2% tax. So first $1,000 no tax. For this $1,000, 1%. For this $1,000, 2%. And then from $3,001 to $4,000, 5%. 5,000 and above, 10%. So how the government decides is that they will make sure that people in the lower income range, they don't have a lot of liability with respect to paying taxes. Because this money is not enough for their survival. If government also takes money from them, by no means they will be able to feed their family. Right? So when the salary keeps on increasing, that you will see that the percentage increases more. So people who get a lot more salary, somebody who gets $50,000 per paycheck, he might be paying 20% tax or 30% tax. Meaning $15,000 is going only for government as a tax. Higher the salary, higher the tax. Yeah? Make sense? Mara, are you clear about the gross income? not gross income. That's what I was saying. When the salary is too little, that income is so petty, I will call it gross income. That is not even qualified to be called an income. That's a bad joke. Let's move on. Is everybody clear about it? Gayatri, Dikshita, Suhina, Sami, Shaurya. So Sandy and Sunil, you guys joined just a little late. So what we are doing right now is, we have not picked up the new topic yet. What we are doing is, we are just going through the questions in the last assignment just to make sure everybody is clear about it. Okay? Now the next question was, an estimate of income and spending for a period of time is what? An estimate, hold it. Let me complete. An estimate of income and spending for a period of time is something. What is that? Estimate of income and spending. What is that called? Yeah, Arab, go ahead. Yep. A budget. Yep. Arihan, is that your answer as well?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a budget or financial planning, whatever you call it. But budget is a more appropriate word. Okay. So estimate of income and spending. That's what you do, right? You do budgeting. Okay, how much money I'm making and how much I have to spend. When you do a planning around that, that's called budget. Say, okay, this is the budget session, when the government plans the budget for the entire year. Say, okay, fine. This much money I'll do for employment, this much for infrastructure, this much for salary, this much for medical, whatnot. So when they look at all the income and spending, that is called budget. Next one is, the tax paid on your home or land is called what tax? Tax paid on your home, yeah. Yep. Property tax? Yes. Gayatri.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Property tax, yep. More the property, more the tax. Whoever has 10 houses, they have to pay more taxes. I don't have, so I'm safe. You have Sandin Saline.
I was going to say.
Same thing. Okay. More the property, more the tax. It's simple, right? More the income tax. More the property property tax. More the income, more the money that goes to the government as federal tax, state tax, whatnot, or social security also. Yeah. Now let's go to the next one. The amount an employee is paid after taxes is called. Dikshita.
Net tax?
Shaurya.
Net income.
Okay. Yeah, net income or net salary. Yes, Sandin Lane.
Net pay?
Net pay, net income, net salary. Okay. Arav, anything new?
Net worth.
What is that?
Net worth.
Net worth? Nope. I can give you a classic example. Net worth and net income or net salary are different. My net worth might be $5 million. My net income might be zero. My net salary might be zero still. I have 10 houses, but I'm jobless. My net worth is 5 million, but my net income is zero. Yes, Advik.
Net pay?
Net pay, net salary, net income, whatever you call it. Okay. Alright, did I give you the right example or it was confusing? Okay. So what I'm saying is, net worth is whatever wealth that you have accumulated by now or by then. So you might have net worth of 5 millions, but your salary or net income for that month might be $5,000 only. So these two are two different things. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The amount of money someone makes is their what? Let's see what Arya says. Income. But tell me one thing, I have concern with you guys. when you have to give an answer, say it loud and clear. Don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not scary, and if I have been scary, I'll make sure that I mellow myself down. But yeah, what I need from you guys is say it loud, because when you say it loud, trust me, your confidence level goes up by few levels. Okay? Get into the habit of saying it loud. I mean, don't have to shout back at me, but say it loud enough. Yes, Sadia.
Salary or income.
Income. So mostly, see, if I read the question one more time, the amount of money someone makes is there, I will still lean towards income, because I might not have a job, but I'm still making money by doing what all possible things, right? I mean, I might be doing lawn mowing of my entire neighborhood. I'm still making money. It's not a job. I'm not getting a fixed salary. It's based on every time I do the lawn mowing, I get some money. So it's still income, but it may not be salary. I might have a store where I'm selling stuff and I'm making money, but that's not salary still. Yeah. Like whatever I do here in the class, I get some money. That's not my salary. That's my income. Yeah. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. The tax on goods or services is called what tax? Let's see who has not spoken yet. Sarvin Sule.
Sales tax.
Sales tax. Gayatri, do you think it's the same thing or different? Myra. Say it loud. Otherwise, घर में हिसाब करना होगा तुम्हारा. Okay. So the tax that we pay on goods or services, meaning, let's say, I'm not sure if you guys know, but whatever money I'm making through teaching you guys, I'm paying taxes for that to government. That's sales tax. It's not. I'm not selling anything. I'm providing service. I'm providing teaching service to you guys, and for that also I pay tax to the government. So taxes paid on goods or services, that's called sales tax, as you guys said. Okay. Now let's look at the last one. Okay, we have three more. We'll quickly go through them. Expenses that do not change are called what type of expenses? Yeah. Okay. Dekshita, last time I did not give you a chance. Tell me, what are those expenses?
Fixed expense.
Can you give me one example of fixed expense?
Like how you save your money in your bank and those things.
But that is saving, that is not expenses. Gayatri, any thoughts?
Maybe like for a house.
One more time.
What if like for a house, like a house might have fixed expenses?
Fixed expenses, okay. Sanvita,
Like your rent or like the cleaning services.
little louder better.
Your rent that you pay or your
Rent that you pay every month, that's a fixed expense. That cannot change. Yep. Other example could be the insurance that we pay every month. That's also fixed, at least for the period of the insurance, right? Let's say we sign a contract for 1 year. So for that 1 year, it will not change. Yes, Arihan. Other example of fixed expense? Yep, same, yep. Now the next one is when income and expenses are aligned, it is called a what? Let's see what Arav has to say. I'll come to you, guys. Just give me the answer. Don't give me that long a story. What is the answer? when income and expenses are aligned, that is called what?
Call it break even.
One more time.
Call it
Break even. Okay, let's see what Advik has to say.
A break even.
Break even. Sandin, Celine, let's see. What is that, beta?
Break even points.
Break even points. Sanrita,
Like
when
budget.
question is when income and expenses are aligned, it is called Adihan,
Yeah, I also put balance budget.
break even. How about you, beta? Adihan? You have raised your hand. Okay. It's called break even. Whatever money you are making and whatever you are spending, they are matching, they are aligned. No carryover, no liability. I earned $1,000, I spent $1,000. I did not borrow any money from anybody, I did not have to, I did not fall short either. Yes, Arun.
So, but no extra revenue will be.
What is that?
What is it mean if no extra revenue will be?
What is the?
What is it mean if no extra revenue is made?
Okay, so let's keep revenues aside. Revenue is something that you talk about when you're talking about corporations or organizations, okay? I will never say that I did not make any revenue this month. I will say I did not get any income this month or I did not get any salary this month, okay? Since we're talking about personal financial literacy, we'll probably not talk about revenue, okay? Simple thing is, if your income and expenses are aligned, no gap, that is called break even. Okay, so we looked at all the questions and I'm assuming that there is no further doubt around that one. What we wanted to do today, let's look at it. So between today and tomorrow and the class following this one, we'll talk about these topics. Sets of numbers, adding and subtracting rational numbers, adding and subtracting negative numbers and variables, multiplication, division, word problems with negatives, understanding multiples. Okay, forget about everything. What do you mean by sets of numbers? If I say we'll learn about sets of numbers, what comes to your mind in the first place? Okay, there is one apart from my boring concept of RAM, right? There is one symbol that I have developed for the younger ones. Younger ones meaning the kids from level 1 and below. I don't tell them anything, okay? I always say them this. What does it mean? Use the brain, hear first, look at things before you start talking. Meaning, go in the sequence. Think, see, hear, then you make your judgment. Okay? So, same way I will suggest, things are evolving, right? So, I would suggest, same thing applies for all of us. When I ask a question, give yourself a couple of minutes and then if you know something, let's say if I don't ask the same question to you and I get the answer from somebody else, you can still verify whether your answer was aligned with the right answer or not. So it's not that, okay, it's you who has to give the answer always. Okay, now coming back to the point. Sets of numbers, what comes to your mind in the first place? Now, okay, Arya, what is that? I could not hear both of you. Mean, okay, mean, medium, mode. Sets of numbers, okay? Yeah, go ahead.
You give it a typical collection of numbers or different types of numbers.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's see what Sandy and Sunil has to say.
For me, when I hear sets of numbers, I think like a list of negative numbers and positive numbers.
Okay. Dichita?
Number system?
Um, Maybe, may not be. But sets of numbers. Set of numbers. If I'm looking at this, it's one poor, isolated, lonely number. Better, has a friend, more friends, becoming a group. So when you talk about set of numbers, you're essentially talking about more than one numbers in a group where you can deal with those numbers to do different things, like what Ariyai said, mean, median, mode. You can find out the average of the numbers, or you can find out some patterns among them, or you can predict. Let's say if I tell, okay, I have 4 numbers. I have a set of numbers 1, 3, 5, 7. Can you tell me what will be the 5th number here? 1, 3, 5, 7. I have 4 numbers. What is the 5th number? Okay. Arihan? Arav, Sandrine, Celine? Yep. Okay. Dixit also, 9. So basically what's happening is, you have a group of numbers which gives you some trend. And then if you have to guess the next number, you could say 9. If somebody says what will be the 6th number, you will say 11, because you see a pattern. So when you are dealing with set of numbers, a group of numbers, based on those numbers, you can make some interpretation. You can find out the averages by looking at this number. Let's say somebody looks at this number and says, okay, fine, this is the marks scored by 4 students in a class. Okay, the average is somewhere around 15 maybe. 30 plus 5, 18 plus 20, 38, 45 plus 20, 65 by 4, 16, almost 16. You can find out the average of that. So set of numbers when we are talking about generally a group of numbers, and that can be used for finding out the average, which is mean, or the median, which is the middle number, or the mode, the most frequently occurring number. We are not talking about that right now. Or let's quickly touch upon that before we move on. So if I say I have 13, 19, 8, 14 and 16 as 5 numbers. This is a set of numbers that I have. Somebody says find out the mean of that number. Mean is nothing but the average. So you will do 13 plus 19 plus 8 plus 14 plus 16 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 plus 19, 32 plus 8, 40 plus 14, 54 plus 16, 70. 70 by 5 is 14. This is your mean. 14. What does it mean? Mean means it is the average of all the numbers. Yeah? Mean is not mean. It means the average. Okay? So now here, let's say this is the number scored by somebody, right? Or this is the age of 5 kids in a class. If you have to guess what will be the possible age of the 6th kid, you'll say, yeah, it will be somewhere around 14 or 15. Because you know this is the mean. This is the average. Similarly, if you look at the next thing which is called median. Does anybody in the class know how to find out the median of a set of numbers? You know? How do you do it? Tell me the first step.
You order them in order of least to greatest.
Okay, that is the first one. Okay. Gayatri, how do you do that?
Order the numbers
Okay. Saurya,
So
start from where Gayatri left. She said order. So from least to greatest, from doing that, then you tell me, okay? 8, then the next one is 13, then the next one is 14, then the next one is 16, then next one is 19. So Gayatri told me to order them in increasing order. I did that. Now what next? To find out the median.
Then you locate the middle of both of them, and if it's an odd number and there is in the middle, you find the two numbers and then find what is between
Yep.
those two numbers.
This is what you are saying? That whatever is the number, find out the middle number. Since I had 5 numbers, so the middle number will be the third one because I had 2 numbers this side and 2 numbers this side. So this becomes my median. This is my median. See, your median and mean in this case are the same. That will be pretty much the trend. Whenever you look at even larger groups, right, you will see that your median and your mean are pretty close to each other. Okay? Because both give the central behavior of the set of numbers that you're dealing with. Okay? Be the mean or be the median. Both gives you the average or the central behavior of the data that you're looking at. Let me do one thing, okay? Let's find out the median for a different set of numbers. I have 16, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 55, 12. Okay? I'll see whoever has not spoken are given the chance to speak this time. Usami and Suhina. Can you guys tell me how do I find the median? So you guys will tell me, okay? I will just do it. I will not apply any thought.
So you order the numbers
In the increasing order or decreasing order?
in the increasing order.
Increasing order. So the smallest comes first. What is my smallest? 12, then 13,
14,
then 14,
15,
15,
18,
then 16, and then again 16. I have 2 16s. 18 and then 55. Okay, I ordered them. Now what?
Now we need to look at the middle.
I have total 8 numbers. How do I find the middle one? See, the deal is this. If I have 8 numbers,
We need to look at
divide that by 2. Yeah? So that gives me a 4.
5,
No, sorry, 4.
4.
So 4 here and 4 here. What I will do is, when I have to look at the 4th number from this side and from this side both, and take the average of these two. Average of 15 and 16 is 15 plus 16 divided by 2 is 15.5. This becomes my median.
So
Yeah?
why would it be 5? Oh, never mind that.
Yes, Saurya.
So instead of dividing it enough, like if the number before the other number, like the two middle numbers, if they're like in order, like 15 and 16, can you just go like in the middle of those two and find it out like 2.5 and 10?
So here, what is my way to go in the middle, right? I have 2 numbers because it's a even number of items, right? Even number of data that I have. So there is no middle number. So I have to find out the 2 numbers in the center and find out the average of that. That's what I did. So 15 and 16 are 2 middle numbers. So I added them and found the average of these 2. That gave me my median as 15.5.
So
Yep.
what if the two middle numbers were the same numbers? Like instead of in the second 16th place, there was 15, so then both numbers in the middle would be 16, right?
So if this was 16 and this was also 16, I will add them here again. I will still add them. As okay, if I have 2 numbers, I have to find out the average of that. Average of that
32
is
divided by 2 is 16.
Same thing. So what I'm saying is, I'm not changing my calculation approach. I'm keeping my approach same, regardless of what number I'm dealing with. Make sense?
Yeah.
Sadia, Rihan, Sarmita, everybody. So see, I always insist on making sure that my approach doesn't change with every problem. So that way we can stay very focused with respect to the approach that we are going to take. Now if it is 15-15, it will be average of that. If it is 15-19, I don't mind. I'll find out the average of the two. Yep. So that way there is one approach for one type of problem. We don't really have to worry about numbers too much. Yeah. Now what I was trying to say was, this mean, here we found the mean as 15.5. It was 15 and it was 16. We got the mean as 15.5. Sorry, median as 15.5. If you look at the mean also, right, in 95% of scenarios you will find the mean and median are very close to each other, because it shows the central behavior or the average of the records. Okay, that is what it is meant for. If you look at the mean of this also, right, you will add them all. 12 plus 15 is 67, plus 16 is 83, 96, 110, 125, 141, 159. Divided by 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8. 8 1 ja 8, 7 9 ja 8, 9 the 72, and 7. 8 the 64, 6. Something like this. Okay? So it will be like somewhere close to 19.87. And you know, your median and your mean are very different, which should not be the case. And do you know who is the culprit except your teacher? Yes, Arihan.
No.
I'm sorry? No, my question was, mostly my median and my mean have to be very close, okay? But here, my median is 15.5 and my mean is 19.87. I'm saying, can you guys think of who is the culprit for this gap apart from your teacher? That's the question. Myra, who is the culprit? Me? See, one of my students is saying it's the teacher who is the culprit. And I will take it because I am doing the calculation, but still, any other guess? Any other thought? Yes, Arihan.
Like for me, like it's the average, so the highest number is bringing the average up.
This is what I was wanting to hear. This is the culprit. This is called outlier. Yeah? When you are looking at a set of records, everything in the range of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 55. Here's the culprit. Imagine a test where 20 of you give a test. 19 kids get in the range of 60 to 70% or 30 to 40%, let's say. The test was very tough. Everybody got 30 to 40% marks. And there is one culprit in the class who gets 99. That is the outlier here. And you cannot argue with the teacher. You cannot go and tell teacher that the test was very difficult. He or she will tell you, no, you guys did not study. Look at one guy who did very well. Yeah? So this is called outlier. When you have a situation like, in majority of the cases, your mean and median will be very close. If there is a huge difference, that's an indication that you have an outlier, which is evident by looking at the record itself. Does it make sense? Extreme data scenarios are outliers, is what we call it. So don't blame it on the teacher, okay? teacher might be doing something wrong from a calculation point of view. I might have gone wrong by a few points here and there, but I would certainly not change from 16 to 19 unless I am half asleep while teaching you guys. So we talked about what is set of numbers. We talked about the mean, median, mode, and what is the basic difference or understanding that we can build. Okay, so now let's look at the next thing that we wanted to talk about. Adding and subtracting rational numbers. This might look funny to you guys. Adding and subtracting rational numbers. And you guys will think, this is, by the way, this is from 7th grade, okay? This levels from 7th grade. And I know most of you would be knowing it, but let's do a quick acid test to see how many of you are comfortable with adding and subtracting rational numbers. Do it. I am asking you guys to add, see this is a rational number, it is a fraction. This is a mixed number which you can convert to a fraction. This is another rational number. So we are trying to add and subtract rational numbers. Let's see who all remembers this like a champion. Now? Okay. Okay, so I know some of you might find it very easy, some of you might be struggling to recall what exactly it is, but I want everybody to solve this problem real quick. This might be not the last question, we'll do more. Yes, Sunil.
Do you convert it to a fraction or a decimal?
Any which way that you are comfortable with. I have no preference. By the way, there's another boring punchline of mine. Fraction is my best friend. Fraction is my best friend. Meaning, when I have fraction, mixed numbers or different scenarios, I try to convert everything to fraction because fraction is my best friend, and then I do the calculation with that. Yes, Sarya. You had put your thumbs down. I was trying to check what that thumb down was for.
I like it better as a decimal.
That's okay. That's what I'm saying. I have no preference. Fraction is my best friend. That doesn't mean it has to be everybody's best friend as well. Yeah, Dikshita.
And what is the last number?
Last number is, okay. Last number is 8 by 3. So 1 by 5, 1 by 5 minus 3, 1 by 7 plus 4 by 8 plus 3, 6 by 9 plus 8 by 3. And let me do some correction here. I have some stupid ways to write some numbers, and I know all the kids get confused when I write them. I hope it should be better now. Yes, Dikshita. You got it?
No, sir, I'm still working on it.
Okay. No, you got the question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is fun. I've given you guys a sum to solve and I'm having fun. I just sat down relaxing. Only for 2 minutes. Shami, Suina, Sanvita, everybody is doing right? And trust me, I mean, if you any of you think that this is too easy a problem, I would still recommend, prescribe to do it, because this is going to be one calculation that will give you every day. So, Arya, let me show you. So when I have these numbers, right, my first thing would be convert everything to fraction. So what do you have now? You have 1 by 5. I'm taking out the class with grade for me. Next one is 3, 1 by 7. Then plus minus plus 4 by 8. My first thing would be convert it to this is a fraction, this is a mixed number, this is a fraction, this is a mixed number. First thing we'll do is convert everything to one form so that we have only apples or only oranges, no bananas in it. So this is fraction. I say fraction is understood. Convert everything to fraction. Now you know how to convert this to fraction? So this is like class by math. Multiply, add, divide. Multiply, add. 7 is 21 plus 1 is 2. That's all. Multiply, add, divide. You start from the base, add, multiply, add, divide. So whatever is the denominator, the thing is the same. So now, we will convert this thing. Now you have 4 by 8. And then this again math. Multiply, add, and then divide by this thing. Plus it. Now I have 1 by 5 minus 2 by 7 plus 4 by 8 plus 33 by 9. Plus 8. Now here, what thing we do is convert the LCM of all the denominators. Whenever I am adding or subtracting fraction, what I do is find out the LCM of all the denominators. 5, 7, 8, 9. You know how to find out LCM? Okay. 8, 9. Okay. So I'll hold it here. I'll probably have to do it on the board also so that I can do it one shot at a time. Anybody done? Sanvita?
I got 3 and 187 over 210, or as a decimal, I got 3.895.
3.895, okay. Saria?
Yeah, I got it.
Same answer. Anybody else? Yes, Pichita.
Got the same.
Now, see, here's the deal. Yeah, Gayatri.
I got the same.
So here's the deal, okay? Either everybody will be right or everybody will go wrong. Let's see. Okay. So the first thing, let me just do it in front of you guys so that everybody can verify their answer. Okay. Let me write it in a better way. Plus 8 by 3. First thing is I have fractions, I have mixed numbers, fraction, mixed numbers. I am going the fraction way, and we can do the decimal way also. Like, because I know Shaurya likes decimal. Some of you might be liking the way Shaurya likes. So here, this is I have fraction, mixed number, fraction, mixed number, fraction. So if I call this guy the apple, this is apple, this is apple, this is apple, this is banana, and this is banana. I don't want to deal with apples and bananas together, I'll convert them into one. So let's convert everything to fraction first. Because I keep bragging about it, fraction is my best friend. So I want to get to my best friend. This one, again, the mad concept, 7 3s are 21 plus 122 by 7. This is converted to fraction. Though it's a what is that called? What do you call fraction? To proper fraction, improper fraction, right? When you are Denominator is bigger than the numerator, it's called proper fraction. When the numerator is bigger than the denominator, that's a proper fraction. But anyways, for me it's a fraction. I don't differentiate. Now we converted this to a fraction. This is already a fraction, I will not worry about it. Then 9 3 are 27 plus 6, 33 by 9. And the 27 plus 6, 33, yeah, by 9. Plus 8 by 3. So far no problem, right? Now I have all fractions. Next thing we do is, what do we do? I am trying to add or subtract all these fractions. What is the next thing that we do? Find out the LCM of all the denominators. LCM is in lowest common multiplier of all the denominators. So I have 5, I have 7, I have 8, I have 9, I have 3. I'll start with the smallest possible number which divides one or more of them. I'll probably start with 2, let's say. 5 doesn't come in the table of 2, 5 remains 5, 7 also doesn't come in the table of 2, remains there. 2 4s are 8. Okay. Then 9 doesn't come in the table of 2, 9 remains 9. 3 also doesn't come in the table of 2. Let's go to 3. 5 remains 5 because 5 doesn't come in the table of 3. 7 also doesn't come in the table of 3. 4 also doesn't come in the table of 3, but 9 does. 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. Our goal is to get a 1 in all the places. Next smallest number is 3. 5 remains 5, 7 remains 7, 4 remains 4, 3 1s are 3, 1. So what we have is 2, 3, 3, and then I have 5, 7, 4, 1, 1. 5, 7, 4, 1, 1. Next smallest number apart from 1 is 4. 5 remains 5, 7 remains 7, 4 1s are 4. And then 1 and 1. Then I'll take 5, 5 1s are 5, 7 doesn't come in the table of 5, 1, 1, 1. Next smallest number is 7. 7 1s are 7. So far, is it okay? Do you guys remember the LCM thing? Yes, Suhina. What is that?
Where did they get the
2, I was just trying to pick up the smallest possible number that can divide one of any of them. So I thought maybe I'll start with 2, hoping that 2 might be able to divide any other number. But there was nothing else that could be divided by 2. So it's okay, we continued. Yep. How much time do we have? My battery is running low. We have only 2 more minutes. Okay, fine. So from this I got 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 7. And then all ones. That means 2 times 3 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 7. This is my LCM. I can multiply it and I can find it out. Yeah. So 2 times 3 is 9. Times 3 27. Times 4 9 108. Times 5 540 into 7. 540 into 7. Into 7 4 is 28. 7 5 35 plus 2 37. This is my LCM. So summary is, I will, after we have all the fractions, I will find out the LCM of all the denominators and put that here, and that I can write it as is. I will not do this multiplication. 2 into 3 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 7. I got my LCM like this, and then I start picking up numbers. So this part is okay, right? Ariyahi? You are with me? Maya, are you with me? After we found the LCM, then we start picking the number one by one. I pick this number and see how many times of this will give me the whole thing. How many times of this will give me the whole thing? You will see that only 5 is there, so everything else 2 into 3 into 3 into 4 into 7. This becomes, if you multiply this with the whole thing, then you get this. So you write this whole thing. and then you multiply that with whatever you have as numerator. You have only 1. This is the first term is taken care. Then you go to, what is the sign? Minus. Then you go to this one. How many times of this will give you this thing? Everything except 7. You have to put whole thing here. And then multiply that by 22. Then you have a plus sign. Same approach. How many times of this will give you this? So you can take 2 and 4 out, and 3 into 3, 5 into 7. Times 4. You will go on this like this. I'm not doing this fraction right now, but after you do all this, you do the calculation and then you find it out. Second approach, like what Sarya was saying, was convert this to fraction, to decimal. 1 by 5 is nothing but 0.2 minus 7 by 22. 7 3s are 21. 0.1. 7 1s are 7. 3 7 4s are 28. 22. I'm just doing some rough calculation right now. There's a better way of doing it, which we can talk about in the next class also. So 3.14 plus 4 by 8 is nothing but 0.5 plus 33 by 9 is nothing but 11 by 3. 11 by 3. Same thing. Or I can do it here. 9 3 is 27. 6. 0.9. 6 are 54, 6, 3.66 plus 8 by 3. So 3 2s are 6.66. Now you add all the positives together and subtract the minus. So all the positives together is this plus this plus this plus this equals 6 plus 6 12 plus 4 16. Oops, I'm sorry. 6 plus 6 12. 2, 1 plus 6 7 plus 6 13 plus 5 18 plus 2 20. 2 plus 3 5 plus 2 7 minus 3.14. This will give you 12 minus 4 18. 12 minus 4 8. 9 minus 1 8. 3.88. And again, you guys might think that converting to decimal was much quicker, but remember this, every fraction that I was trying to convert to decimal, I was doing some calculation very quickly, okay? So it's not as simple or as quick as it appears. I might have gone wrong by a few decimal points because I was trying to rush through this. But summary is this, okay? When you have to add or subtract fractions or mixed numbers, you convert everything to fraction, then you take the LCM of all the denominators and then you deal with them, or you convert the fraction to decimals like this and then add all the positives together and subtract the negative from that, and you should be fine. Is that okay for everybody, or there was something that was sounding cryptic? All okay? Everybody is tired of seeing me or tolerating me for last 1 hour. See, Dikshita is tired. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'll let you guys go. We'll have more fun. We spent 15-20 minutes going through the assignment because we wanted to make sure that conceptually we are very clear about what we learned in the previous class. And in today's class, tomorrow's class and the class following this also, you will see that some of the concepts will be known to you already, but how we are doing that, how we are dealing with them, how we are doing that in a faster, efficient way is what we will work on. Okay? Sammy, Serena, okay? Look very stressed out. Okay. Alright, I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll come back to haunt you tomorrow same time.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.